Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Michael, a.k.a. Rickshaw, and welcome to Worship and Tribute Nerd. Today we have a special guest, Toby. We did our Secret Levels podcast a minute ago. Check that video out if you have not. And today we're talking about the MCU, Phase 4 and beyond. So Toby, so you're like pretty into these movies?
Yes.
Cool. So are we.
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah. Cool. It's like whenever you like, meet someone new. Hey, so you like Puff Daddy?
Cool.
Yeah.
Me too.
Cool.
We're best friends now.
Anyways,
Still we're
talking about MCU. So I'm into these movies to the point of like, there's a lot of characters I didn't really care for in the comics. I've read comics since like 4th grade. I've always been like, Captain America, I guess. He's cool when he shows up in an X-Men comic.
Right.
Like,
you know what? I had the same feelings for a
Right.
lot of these characters.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they've made them cool again.
Yeah, and definitely Iron Man, Captain America, Thor made him awesome.
Yeah.
I
I was
honestly,
never really that big into any of them. Oh, I
No.
liked Captain America. I did like Captain America.
I mean, I liked them all. They were like I said, they show up in an X-Men comic, and I'm like, that's a cool team up. But I've never been like, fucking Thor. But now I'm kind of like, fucking Thor.
Right. Or you see them in like a Marvel versus Capcom, and you're like, all right, cool. Captain
Yeah.
America's cool
Right,
in this.
right.
But you're never like, Because I always stuck with Spider-Man and X-Men. Those were my two.
I mean, X-Men, like, it's the way my buddy Gian has always said it. Like, he is, like, huge comic guy, but he's always been like, I'm not into the Avengers movies. And I'm like, why? Avengers are the jocks. X-Men are the punk rock kids. And I was,
That's pretty true. That's
I was
pretty
like,
true.
That's very true.
That is a very true point. But then I'm like, you got to watch, man, because they made the jocks awesome.
Yeah. These are the jocks that you want to hang out with.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. So...
They did change them for the better. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that, but a lot of the characters have changed quite a bit.
Right.
You know?
It's
And
like-
really, honestly, I think Iron Man is the one that kicked it off. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
it was the first one,
I mean,
but
yeah,
they
yeah.
did it in such a way. They transitioned it
It set the
so
tone
well.
for everything, honestly.
It's like, okay, we kept it true to the story, but we changed it enough to make it at least relevant and not stupid on screen, you know, and for the times. It was great. And then from there it just kind of took off and did better. And it's made Phase 4, which is going to be great.
It's going to be which the X-Men are coming. They're coming. Nothing official yet.
And I'm glad that
but
they're taking
the
their time.
X-Men
No,
are
I am glad they're
fucking
taking their
coming.
time. Do not rush this. I have been disappointed for my life. My entire life, I've been disappointed in X-Men movies. I am tired of it. I will wait another 10 years if I have to for a good X-Men. Please.
You said you're into the X-Men movies.
I love X-Men.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm
The
gonna
movies.
cut you right now.
Okay. I
It's a
hate 'em.
different
I hate 'em.
entity.
I can appreciate the original. We'll say the original trilogy, just for now for the X-Men. I can appreciate them because I kind of dug the Ultimate comic series, and it kind of mimics that a little bit.
Right.
You know, I don't completely hate them. I hate certain things about the original trilogy.
Right.
Some of the stuff got fixed when they started doing the First Class and all that, and it kind of saved it for me. And then
Right.
they kind of went downhill. It's just all over the place.
Yeah.
But I apologize for a lot of it. And I'm like, no. There's good things in it.
Right.
So, plus you get to see more mutants. That's what I like. I just want to see my characters on the big screen.
Right. Well, we're about to talk about everything that they talked about at San Diego Comic-Con, and you know, we have a list of shit to talk about, but
There's gonna be a lot of conjecture.
but
I'm sure.
they did say mutants. They said that.
Oh, they got to use the M word?
Yes.
Yes.
He literally on stage said, like, he was talking about all this shit on this list that I'm about to read, and then he said, soon we're gonna get Fantastic Four and something with mutants. So
Now, do we have to go back and retcon Wanda and...
they already did.
did they say mutants?
They didn't say mutants yet, but okay. So right whenever Infinity War was going on and
Yeah.
stuff, and then they started saying that like there might be some buyouts of Fox going on. All of a sudden, her bio was like, the Infinity Stone may have unlocked something that was already there.
Okay, so here I got one thing I want to throw in here real quick because I feel like the last couple. I haven't read comics in a year or two.
Okay.
But what I was reading before I kind of stopped was everything that they were writing seemed like test stories for the movies.
Yes.
So like they had the whole Inhumans thing where Black Bolt yelled and unlocked all these Inhumans, and basically if they wouldn't have gotten the rights back to X-Men, I feel like that's what they were gonna do to start bringing in.
Well,
I agree.
so at that point in time is like whenever I started getting back into comics, and I wanted to read some X-Men comics, so I started reading a lot of storylines that were happening, and it was obvious that they didn't have the rights, and they were trying to kill off the X-Men.
Yeah, just like they did kill off the Fantastic Four for like a year or two,
Right.
Because
Well, they left it open-ended, kind of.
yeah, that was
You know
Well, because
what I mean?
they were trying to get the rights back.
yeah,
Right, but definitely you could tell when you read it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they were
But-
not trying to make it good.
But the thing is, like, fans weren't having it. Like, fans were just like, stop doing that.
Stop tanking. You're tanking.
Yeah. So now, I don't know if you pay attention to what's happening in the X-Men comics right now. It's so is it Jonathan Hickman?
Probably.
There has been some storylines with the X-Men going on to where like they're just like murdering X-Men, and like people are going down left and right. Half of the team got teleported to like a different world, and Cyclops came back from the dead and just thought everybody was dead. So him and Wolverine, old school Wolverine that came back to life.
Right,
So
yeah.
the original Cyclops, the original Wolverine, putting the X-Men team back together again, thinking everyone's dead. And then just recently, they all realized that they're not dead, and they all met up, and they're like, what's up, family? You know, what's up? Like, we all thought we were all dead or whatever. And Jonathan Hickman is writing the next comic that just came out today called Powers of X. And they are pretty much being like, X-Men comics are getting good again.
Right.
Like, we're putting a lot of effort into it. And it's going to be a new era of X-Men that, like, we've never seen before.
Freaking
So,
Wolverine's not running the school, and
yeah.
God, that was.
I mean,
bad.
it was all right, but it was like no one realized how much they didn't want Dad Wolverine.
Right.
You know, Dad Wolverine,
Dad Wolverine
running
was
the
bad.
school.
He was so bad.
It's like, hey kids, remember to learn how to use your powers.
Yeah, responsible Wolverine. Who wants that?
But anyways, let's get to this list
Okay.
because we have a long list
Yeah,
going
you guys
on.
lost me on that. I don't read the comics. So I'm like, oh.
Just like,
Anyways, we got
All right.
so a new Black Widow movie.
Cool.
I'm cool with this.
I'm down with that.
I'm down. I'm like wondering how it's going to be a prequel, obviously, or
Mm-hmm.
some shit. But Taskmaster is going to be in it.
I'm excited about Taskmaster.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think because I've heard someone said something that it may be like a prequel, like you said, or some kind of early on storyline. I don't know if we're not going to start getting the alternate universe stuff this early
Yeah.
because I mean, with all the Infinity stuff and them time jumping and stuff, they opened up a lot of wormholes.
did.
That's true, but I don't think that we're going to get into that until...
I don't think Iron
This-
Man's going to be gone forever. I don't think Robert Downey
So
Jr.
the Doctor
is done.
Strange, multiverse.
Don't bring him back.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll get to that, but I think that like when we finally start getting alternate realities, it's going to be in the Doctor Strange movie.
I think there's going to be a hint of it in Black Widow.
Think
though.
so?
I think so.
Okay.
Be kind of cool.
It would be cool.
I don't even think it's going to be a prequel. I think it's.
I
Gonna
mean, I think we're dying to have it. And whenever Spider-Man happened, have you seen Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
oh.
they were hinting at it.
right.
Yeah, but
It didn't become the real situation, but
But it's still plausible.
it's definitely going to happen.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
has to happen. You know
It
what
does.
I mean?
Well, they said it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna happen.
This is a good way for them to keep refreshing characters. So like, if Robert Downey Jr. is too old to play Iron Man, they can pull in another actor and be like, "Oh, I'm from Universe 813."
Yeah,
True.
right.
So I feel like that's how they're.
Like the Flash show.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and see, and that way you don't have to James Bond everyone and just replace a character. You can be
Yeah.
like, oh, this is alternate. We needed Tony because only he's smart enough to do this. So let's bring him from this universe.
And it's
'cause
not Tony.
everyone else is dead on that
It's
universe.
Tina or something.
Yeah,
Or-
you
Tina
might,
Stark.
yeah.
You might get that.
exactly. Exactly. Maybe.
And that's fine. Like
Yeah.
they'll have an Iron Man that comes back, Iron Woman,
Iron Person.
Iron Person. But they'll do things
Iron
like
they. Could be Iron they. You never know.
yeah, whatever. I would actually love that now. I think. Oh, it's Iron Day.
That would be the best ever.
Somebody call a fucking comic artist right now.
Iron they.
Iron they.
Put it on SNL. Do it. Tina Fey, you can do it.
All right. So, anyways, we're gonna move along this list because it's really big. So
Yeah, it is.
the next one is Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I love the Winter Soldier. I love it. I like Falcon.
I honestly love Falcon. I like
Falcon.
Anthony Mackie, and I think that he's funny and like especially like the way he is in real life.
I feel bad. I feel bad for even. I'm not even gonna say why I don't like him. It's even stupid.
I mean, I think it's gonna be cool to see a black Captain America. It's
I
gonna
agree.
be awesome.
No, I agree with that. No, I'm not saying that.
I just wish
no.
they
And
would.
Bucky is not a front man. He is not. I'm sorry, but he's the bass player. You know what I mean?
yeah,
or the rhythm guitarist.
Oh, so Gene Simmons? Oh, bringing it out, huh?
Well.
Yeah.
Well. You want to go?
Let's go. You respect me, bro?
Well, okay, so Winter Soldier, Bucky did become Captain America for a short time period after Captain America got assassinated.
Right.
So that'd be fine. But I don't even want it to say Falcon. I'd rather it just say Captain America and Winter Soldier because
general audience.
I know.
I'm with you, though. I'm with you on
I'd
that.
rather just see it Captain America. He's Captain.
And actually, that's what I
Falcon
told
is Captain
you.
America.
Whenever he told me, I was like, no, you mean Captain America.
So ideally, though, we're gonna have a Falcon Winter Soldier show, which later on leaves us open for a Captain America Sam Wilson movie.
You know
That's
what?
I think.
I want
That'd be cool.
I want them to fight over the shield.
That's what a rumor I heard was.
I think that'd be cool.
Is the show is about them as a team and they work together, but they also are competing for the mantle. Like
I love that
Like
idea.
Bucky ends up being like, maybe should be, and we also
Well, 'cause
have
Sam is just a dude.
Yeah, you have to think about that too. He doesn't have the super soldier serum.
He's just a guy.
But what if he gets it? Then he's definitely worthy
Is there
of
any
the mantle.
But is there? I mean,
I mean, come on, he works with Shield, dog. Just saying.
yeah, but no. But see, honestly, that's not fair though, because the serum is not what makes Captain America Captain America. And that doesn't. I mean, that has something to do with it.
But yeah, it has something to do with it. But I think that's the point they make about the character, anyways.
Yeah.
It's more than just strength. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? So,
That's what I like about. That's what I've always liked about Captain America.
Right.
Is
It's
that
about doing the right thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the Civil War comic book, that's one of the comic books I did follow in the Civil War, and it was so awesome when he was like, "No, I'm not going to do this because this is not what's right.
Yeah.
This is not the right thing. I don't
Yeah.
care." And he was like, "Still, like Captain America, you just blew my little mind." Or I was actually into my 20s at that point, but still, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Is this the one where we're getting Baron Zemo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Wearing
I loved
the
him.
purple mask.
We need the purple mask.
Oh, it's going to be
Yeah.
so good.
purple mask.
I can't
is
wait.
Dope, so
I
was disappointed that it wasn't. Okay, so was that is that going to be the same Zemo?
Yes.
Is it?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
It's the
I was
same
just-
dude.
he was
Because
he's
I didn't know
locked up.
if they were. Oh, was he?
Yeah, he
okay, I
wasn't.
couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't make it like $50 a month or something, because I'll pay it. But man, come
No,
on.
from what I heard, it's like $10 a month,
Sign me up.
like straight up.
For the Disney,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
streaming thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or no, I remember seeing a thing that was like it was less than every other. It was like $7.99 or
Hell
$8.
yeah.
Dude.
Like I'm down.
I don't even
I'll
care.
pay for it.
Exactly. I don't even
that's
care.
the problem.
Just don't make it expensive.
Okay, next on the list, the Eternals.
Don't know much about the
Don't know much
Eternals.
about the Eternals.
Cosmic,
They are-
cosmic characters.
Right.
I don't even Fantastic Four. I
So-
kind of fall off. for
Right.
That's gonna have like some Captain Marvel in it, right?
Well, so Eternals is like a group that was created by like the Celestials, and or they were tampering with DNA or something.
I saw something about that. I don't
And
remember that
then-
much about it though.
But they're like supposed to be a team that like has lived for a long time, like an ancient team or something like
Now
that.
is this going to be Black Bolt and
No,
okay?
no. This
They're
is
Inhumans,
like
right?
yeah, those are Inhumans.
Okay. I didn't know.
This is like pretty much like Icarus is one of the characters, and pretty much a team that it was 70s like.
So this is what's going to be interesting if they can pull off another Guardians of the Galaxy, because no
Yeah.
one no one
Well,
gave
yeah,
a shit
that's-
about
that's
Guardians
the
of the
thing.
Galaxy.
I
Yeah.
think that's what it's going to tie into, though. Actually.
Probably.
I think that they are gearing up to every once in a while do something completely new that no one knows shit about. You know, what I
Like
mean?
Darkhawk.
I can't believe this guy's infatuation with Darkhawk.
Dude, no,
Like,
I don't know.
Jesus,
I don't
man.
know why.
No one's gonna make a Darkhawk movie.
Please, Marvel, do it.
We need a Moon Knight before that.
I did.
Exactly, and they've hinted.
I know.
Yeah.
I would
Darkhawk
want
would
it.
be so cool. He has such good villain. That one villain.
He has such good villain.
villain. Anyways,
It's actually a team of villains,
don't
but I
know-
remember the one.
personally, we don't know that much about Eternals, but I am excited to see something completely fresh.
Yeah.
So, but next, WandaVision. That's on the.
I'm interested in that just because of how they described it. They described it really weird. Like it's in the 1950s. Okay, that's kind of weird.
Okay.
It's
heard
Vision. And he's got a
Vision.
thing in his head, so
He's
that's kind
dead.
of weird. Yeah,
He's
exactly.
Dead. He's dead.
Wanda.
What do you think?
Wanda. No more mutants. She's done stuff. This is
I love it.
this is what I'm saying.
Toby-
Like they
So-
have the power to completely screw with this universe as much as they want now.
Here's what
Are
I
they
think.
gonna? She just be
The
like,
House of M. Just
more
look at the
mutants?
House.
Okay, so
can she
here's
just,
what
like,
I think.
Do the opposite.
Oh God, I
I
want the
think
House
that
of M story.
she's gonna be so distraught over fucking Vision, losing Vision. She's gonna experience the next step in her powers, which is reality warping,
You're making it
just
hard.
like in the comics.
so hard.
And whenever she starts finding this way to bring him back because she's like messing up reality and she doesn't even know it yet. Then they also say this ties into the events of Doctor Strange.
Ooh.
So
This universe is about to get flipped upside down. That's all I know.
That sounds so cool. Though. That sounds so cool.
I think Den of Geeks, a show I watch, the guy said something. He was like this. Just seeing WandaVision as a show and Doctor Strange Multiverse in the title is like telling you we're gonna get more and more supernatural side of Marvel.
And you know what really makes it
That
cool
was
is that
exciting.
you watch a show like Stranger Things and how they pretty much made a 8-episode movie.
Yeah.
That's what they did. I mean, it was that good. And if they can do the same thing, if they can capture that same essence and just make it...
WandaVision's going to be a series?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. If they can make that into, instead of like, oh, it's a series that's going to go on for 20 seasons. No, I don't want to see Friends with Wanda in it. You know, that's the last thing I want to see.
It's just another chapter. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
No, I want to see like a Breaking Bad or something short. And Breaking Bad's a little long, but just don't drag it out. Let it have its beginning.
couple
Let it have its
seasons.
end.
I think
exactly.
they're
like a long miniseries.
they're
you know?
adopting the entire comic book mentality. Like you have your big books.
Even better yet.
And
Your miniseries.
and people want to buy those big events, and you know, people start following their own solo ones, and then when they get another chance, they're gonna spread off and do side plots for other characters that you are at this point in time used to not be interested in that much, but now that Cap is retired and Tony's gone, you're like kind of interested. Well, you know, I got some time on my hands. I want to know how
I'm about
fucked
to blow
up
your
Vision
mind.
is.
I'm about to blow your mind. This you're finding out things that people in the Latin culture have known for years. It's called a telenovela. Look it up. It's exactly what's going on. You have the same characters in different storylines doing the same things, and it just changes. For real, I just now realized that. That's exactly what's going on here. They're making telenovelas with Marvel characters, and it sounds amazing. I am more excited now than I was before. This is going to be amazing.
I just remember being a kid and being like, why can't I see these characters walk into that movie?
God, all the time.
We're about
Yeah.
to see that.
The only
That's
movie,
the cool thing.
the only movie that kind of did that was The Protector, when Jackie Chan bumped into the main
Oh,
guy of
yeah.
that, and I was like,
Did
movie
you know
is
that
Jackie Chan
that
from?
wasn't even the real Jackie Chan?
No,
That
don't
was
break
a-
my
that-
heart. Don't break my heart.
That was a stunt double,
Jesus Christ.
but it looked just like
No, it looked just like him.
I
but I
remember
always
seeing
was
it.
like,
yeah.
which Jackie Chan is this, and what movie has just crossed over?
Yeah.
Because that's all I ever wanted was just a small bump in like that, and you know, you see
Like Chris Tucker. Okay, so we got Shang-Chi.
Know nothing about
This is-
period.
This is going to be great.
About.
I'm excited about this because we're getting the Mandarin.
Yes.
That's what I've heard.
Right,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
And I love the special features because everyone was so mad about Iron Man 3, how the Mandarin wasn't really the Mandarin, but they had that extra short movie. I loved it.
And set up that he's real, that he's out there. I'm excited to see Mandarin. I remember seeing... I don't know much about Shang-Chi, but I think
I don't know anything about Shang-Chi.
But I think he's going to end up being like related, like literally related to Mandarin. But I'm not sure. Everyone's speculating they're just going to make the Mandarin like his father or some shit. But I don't know. I
don't know anything
I know
about it.
jack shit about Shang-Chi, honestly. But I
Yeah.
think it's cool, and I want a Liu Kang Marvel character.
Yeah.
No, I'm just glad they're bringing out more characters. You know, I mean, no offense. I love
Right.
the ones we have.
Right.
I love Thor. I love all this. But I mean, come on, let's move it along.
Expand the universe.
Yeah, for real. I'm
I'm gonna be honest.
decades
I
of
feel
stories.
I feel like
Let's
if
see
there
'em.
if there wasn't an Iron Fist show or anything like that, they probably would have done an Iron Fist movie.
Yeah, and that's
before they would have done Shang-Chi to keep that essence. But I mean, I don't know for sure. But
I
they're
want
bringing
them to
something new.
to loop those in, please.
Yeah,
want
I need those in the main stories too.
Luke
Yeah.
Cage. The I don't know the actor's name, but he's such a good Luke
Oh,
Cage.
he's perfect.
He's perfect, and Jessica Jones is good. I like all those shows. Daredevil.
So one of the coolest rumors I heard was, like there's a lot of controversy going on about Spider-Man 3 and what's going to happen next with Sony and like all this
Well,
shit.
this is the
right?
last Spider-Man in the MCU, right?
Right, but there was also this thing where they said there was a leak of a contract that said if Spider-Man Far From Home did not make $1 billion, Sony was going to write the next script. But I think we're pushing into $1 billion with that movie.
I will go watch it 5 more times.
Like, I think it's going to happen. But anyways, one of the rumors I heard was Daredevil. So the scene where they reveal Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So Peter Parker's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. So he finds a lawyer named Matt Murdock.
Please.
And-
please keep the same actor. That actor
And
is
Matt-
so good.
And he he defends Peter Parker and proves that he's not Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
love it.
Yeah.
oh my god.
I would be super stoked about that.
Oh my God.
Daredevil in a Spider-Man movie.
I would love it.
Honestly, and unpopular opinion, I did like the Ben Affleck Daredevil movies at the time. I haven't seen them in a long
At the
time.
time.
So
Yeah, at the time, because that was the only Daredevil we were
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
Exactly, and he had a red suit, so that's good enough.
I think Ben Affleck gets a lot of bad rap. I'm not a big fan of his, but he's not a bad actor. He's a good actor.
get. Yeah.
I mean, I think, everybody just loves to bust his balls, I think.
Jason Amy.
What about Mallrats,
Mallrats,
where he was the douchebag?
He
Mallrats and Dazed and Confused.
He did her in a
Honestly-
very uncomfortable position in the back of a Volkswagen.
I was channeling my inner Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back when I brought up
Right.
Jason Amy, actually. So
Okay, keep moving along this big old list. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I'm really stoked about that.
Oh man, I think we've already said it.
Yeah.
We jumped the gun on this one,
Right.
but yeah, this opens up all the multiverse
multiverse.
doors. And what's the other? Is his name Dr. Voodoo? The other Sorcerer Supreme that ends up becoming Sorcerer Supreme.
I think so, yeah.
I'd like to see him get introduced, and maybe they cross paths, just so we get more characters in. And
I honestly haven't read much Doctor Strange, but whenever I do, it's always in an X-Men crossover. So the funny thing is, okay, so like, you know about the young X-Men?
yeah.
So there's a point in time where Beast is like, man, Cyclops has been messing up. If he could just see his younger self. And like Beast is like, yo, I'm going to do this. I'm going to time travel to the past, get the old team, bring him to the future so Cyclops could see himself and straighten himself out.
Because this is when he was a kind of borderline villain. He was
Borderline.
Magneto. He was
yeah,
Magneto.
He was tired of humans pushing mutants around. He was just trying to stand up for his race, and it went a little far. You know what I mean? So,
kind of
anyways,
powerful mutant. So let's see that.
so anyways, the young team of mutants, the young version of Cyclops, Angel, Beast,
Jean
Grey,
Marvel Girl.
Iceman. Anyways, the young version of Beast never became furry.
Yep.
You know, and then he kind of started. He met his older self, Beast, and saw himself and was like, I want to kind of do some different things than myself.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
So
furry.
at one point in time, he got into magic, and he like went and met Doctor Strange, and they talked about magic, and like Doctor Strange gave him some artifacts, and it was pretty interesting. That would be awesome to see Beast. Just seeing Beast. If we ever do see Beast,
Even if it's not even Beast, it's just Hank
and
McCoy.
he meets up with Doctor Strange to talk about magic, that would be hilarious
Right,
to
yeah.
see. I want to see that someday. Just him being like, so, what do you think? Teach me some magic. And then he's like, intuitive. Like, and Doctor Strange is like, shut the fuck up, Beast. Slap your ass. You got fleas.
I mean, Doctor Strange is probably the one that I'm most interested in on this list, just because, well, I guess even the WandaVision, because I really feel like that's where we're going to start getting wild with the multiverse.
Yeah.
And we'll have different versions, like I said, of Iron Man or whoever.
Right. All right. Moving along, just because we riff all day, it seems like. We got the Hawkeye series. Go ahead and say
Oh
what
man,
you need to say.
I'm so the logo looks exactly like that recent run. I can't remember who's been writing it. I know it gets a lot of praise and a lot of people just love it, but I felt like
we're talking about Hawkeye Kate Bishop run.
yeah,
right?
yeah. So it's the same logo, and like they really, really grounded Hawkeye to where he's not even hardly a superhero, and like he's trying to pay his rent, and it's cool, I guess, to see that side of Hawkeye, or like seeing the superhero living day to day. But I don't know. I don't know. If he's training a new Hawkeye or something, like...
Well, I mean, in this scenario, though, you could see that he might want to retire. Like, he's like, man, all my homies are dead or retired.
Or in outer space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's probably like,
doing space things.
he's like, I'm going to train.
I just don't
some
want
new
to see
chick.
Hawkeye living with his family and like, hey, I got to go
Drinking
to
a
work.
beer when he gets home.
Yeah, like, did you do the laundry today? Like, I don't want to see everyday Hawkeye. I want to see big adventures.
Did you shoot your bow today? Did you even pick it up? Get off my back.
I'm over here slaving away, trying to make a living. There's so many people I can kill.
I think that's why he's always worked in all the Avenger movies or any movie that he shows up in, is because there's big action and
Right.
because he doesn't have powers, so it makes sense for him to be a smaller character in these big action scenes. I don't know. I feel like he's the one that I'm least excited about.
I do like Jeremy Renner.
I like
Yeah,
him too.
same
He's
here.
great. He's great. A solo Hawkeye doesn't tickle my fancy.
It's like if Bill and Ted made solo movies and you were like watching the one about Bill.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
like, I still like this, but where's Ted?
Exactly.
Well, even then, if it was a Ronin movie or show, I'd be like, yeah, let's watch that. That looks
I
kinda
heard
cool.
that it explores that too. So.
Then I'm down.
See, I heard something that it was like going to explore the things he did when he was Ronin, and it ties into why he might want to train someone new.
Okay.
And so maybe he is thinking about retiring.
It'd
you
be
know?
kind of cool if they did like flashbacks, crazy
Right.
bullshit, and then
that
him
that
like
scene
shoot
in
the
Endgame was
arrow.
so awesome, man. Like, just it turned into a fucking like ninja movie for,
Yeah.
for
No,
a moment.
he's
You're
a,
like,
he's a
I was
badass
like, damn.
character. I don't know. I don't know. He can't take on any big baddies, really. It doesn't seem like, even though he's a badass.
I mean, you're supposed to think that every superhero has a brain too, so
Yeah.
they could think their way out of everything.
Batman
Yes.
doesn't have any powers.
Anyways, Batman. We don't talk about that. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Next, we're going, what if? The Marvel comic. What if we're getting a cartoon
that is so
series?
much, though. That is so much.
No, it's not.
This
Obviously, you weren't into a lot of comics, dude.
I wasn't, but I mean, I know that the what ifs tied into a lot of things, and
What if has started so many things.
exactly.
So the first example, I think it leaked, right? Did you hear that? It leaked
What is
the first issue or the first episode of What If.
Uh-uh.
So I think a while back I heard that the first What If is what if Peggy Carter took the super soldier serum instead of Steve Rogers?
Nice.
So that would be I think that's the first episode. But like it gets super crazy. Like I just saw a picture earlier of a cover. It was what if Silver Surfer possessed the Infinity Gauntlet. That was like one.
Oh, that's cool.
One of my favorite
Like they're being
covers.
Galactus.
I saw one, and it's like one of my favorite covers. I saw it recently and I remembered it. It was, what if Professor Xavier became Ghost Rider? And he was like straight up in the wheelchair with a fucking skull and like his wheels are fire and shit. Dude, it was awesome. That was so sick.
I mean, I kind of want to see a movie of that now.
Well, okay, so like
Oh
we're
my
gonna leading into the next one. We're talking about the next Thor,
right.
Thor 4 or whatever, Love and Thunder, right? Taika Waititi's gonna direct it. Everyone's coming back, and Jane Foster, Natalie Portman is gonna be Jane Foster Thor, and that's super awesome. And that started in a What If comic. What if Jane Foster possessed the power of Thor? So like that's just an example of how the What If comics just inspired a lot of shit, especially back in the day.
Well, like if you think about it, Jane Foster does have an Infinity Stone.
Yeah, in the movies, yeah.
Yeah, she does. So I mean that's not a big stretch for me.
Right. And I enjoy that costume. It's super awesome. Her Thor costume.
That's all I was thinking about.
No. I think it's really interesting because in the comics, Jane Foster becomes sick. I think she has cancer and she's like very ill and she's going through chemo. And she ends up possessing Mjolnir and it gives her power. And she's like buff and she's like healthy and like she wears a mask. So nobody assumes that Jane Foster is Thor because they see her and they see like she's like sick and she's like getting bad, you know. So I think that'll be interesting to see.
I think, well, honestly, it's Natalie Portman. She's a great actress.
Yeah, I was rooting for her to come back anyways. Like whenever she wasn't in like Ragnarok or that other Avengers movie, I was like, "Where's Jane at? Let's see it." Maybe they couldn't pay her that at that moment.
Well, I'm glad they're just having A-listers. I mean, not even A-listers, because I mean, you can have an A-lister that's not a good actor.
Do we think Thor is going to be in this though?
Yes.
Yeah,
he is.
Yes.
Okay.
Better.
Yeah. From what I'm seeing, it's like Chris Hemsworth on the top, like on the list. It's like Chris Hemsworth, Taika Waititi. What's her name that plays Valkyrie?
Okay.
Emma Thompson.
Maybe.
I don't know. And Natalie Portman.
Okay.
So maybe it's like Thor's retirement movie.
Yeah, but I mean, come on.
I mean, we're already pushing
retire Mjolnir if you're gonna do that because there's no way.
I just need.
Well, you have to remember that Thor 4 will be the longest running solo franchise. Do you think we're gonna keep going with Thor?
No. I think they should retire him. I'm just saying I don't want to see Jane Foster Thor movies going forward. I don't want to see that. I wouldn't mind seeing her in one movie.
I mean, I would still go check it out.
Well,
I'm just gonna be honest. But
let's
listen,
not be crazy. I'm gonna watch every movie
yeah, but
they
listen.
put out.
Okay, listen. Do you know anything about the Eternals?
Nothing.
Do you know anything about ShangChi?
Nope.
Okay, so you wouldn't go see a Thor 5.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's named Jane Foster.
I'm gonna watch it either way. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna watch it.
I just want to see. What's his name? Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill.
Ray Bill.
He's been rumored to be in Guardians 3.
There was a statue of him in Thor Ragnarok, wasn't there?
Yes.
Yes, I saw that.
What's his name? The Grand Master's building.
Yeah.
Huh.
You didn't know that?
I didn't.
So there's a scene where they're like showing the building and it's like zooming in, and there's the grand champions. There's like 4 of them. One of them is Hulk. One of them is Beta Ray Bill.
Yes.
His little horsey face.
His little horsey.
But I
Cute
don't
little
think
horsey face.
I saw that. I was like, hey, I know who that is.
But yeah, Beta Ray Bill is like a horse face like alien who possesses Mjolnir and becomes Thorish.
Thorish.
Yeah.
I was wondering how you were going
Yeah,
to describe
Thorish.
that. Thorish.
Okay, moving on. I think Thor 4 will be awesome. But anyways, moving on. I think that's the entire Phase 4 slate. But
Also got Loki.
Oh yeah, Loki.
That'll be good. I think that's going to be multiverse traveling too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston's good. Mm-hmm. Again, another A-lister. Good, great actor. So, I mean.
Right. I'm going to watch it, but I also thought he was dead after Infinity War, and I was okay with it. I was kind of
I was too, but.
I was like, finally? You going to die? For real this time?
But he is dead.
I know.
But no,
It's
but
a different. It's
that
a
is
different
the
timeline.
multiverse. So
It's-
exactly.
yeah,
That exactly.
That's the multiverse, for sure.
As soon as that happened, I'm like,
is-
yes.
He is the
that confirms
Loki that never
Died.
became good.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that because
Yeah.
he's still in handcuffs.
Right.
Oh shit.
Well, just like the Gamora, and that came out as a Gamora that never
became good.
became good.
That was her first time in Endgame. That was her first time being good.
Oh, I just liked when you said it was her first time. So, hey, whatever.
I like him green. Anyways, moving. Okay, so they didn't announce beyond that. Okay, so they announced Blade, a new Blade.
Now that's the only thing I have written on here. Is Blade. Honestly, I was like, let me write down things I want to talk about. Blade.
We
Done.
We had a recent video talking about Blade.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
I'm a little Blade fan. I like Blade a little bit.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes chimed in on it. He said everybody needs to chill and appreciate what's his name, Ali.
No, I think it's great.
I think it'll be great too.
That's amazing.
What do you think?
I love Blade. I think it'll be great as long as they don't do what they did with the last miniseries or TV series that they had. Did you ever watch?
I never watched that. Never watched it.
Oh, thank God. I didn't know that
Yeah,
existed.
don't waste your time.
There was a Blade TV show?
It was very low budget was the problem. If they would have given it some budget and some real time, I think they were just trying to hold on to the property, to be honest.
Yeah, I understand that. I've
So
seen
yeah,
that.
but if this has got Disney behind it, so it's gonna be good.
Oh man, the actor they have, such a good actor. I am really. I forget it. I can't say his name. I don't even know what. I mean, it's kind of a weird name.
This is more supernatural kind of stuff in the MCU too. Putting vampires in there, then maybe we get Morbius. Is that his name? Morbius.
Well,
Yeah.
Morbius is being made by Sony.
Oh fudge! I forgot about that. I forgot that Spider-Man.
I am so mad. I'm really. Yes, actually, I'm. You know what? Not mad. I'm upset. I'm disappointed that we can't see the Sinister Six done by Marvel Studios because it would be so.
man.
We
good.
still can.
Can we?
Yes.
They don't own it.
Okay, they don't own it, but who have we seen in MCU movies?
Okay.
Vulture,
Okay.
Scorpion, Mysterio, 3 of 6. Like, you don't think that moving
What was the
forward,
Scorpion?
the Mexican dude with the tattoo
Oh,
on his
yeah.
neck?
Oh
in
yeah,
part
yeah.
one.
You're right. Okay, I remember that.
So, what do you think is happening? Like, we've gotten 3 of them. None of them are dead. I don't think Mysterio is dead.
I don't think
I don't
Mysterio's
think-
dead at
no,
all. No,
Right.
Not.
Kevin Feige also said Fantastic Four. He said a movie with mutants. He said, and then there's Guardians coming out. We already got James Gunn on that, and Black Panther 2. So, what he's trying to say is X-Men. Right, X-Men. So that's what we all want.
That's it.
Let's just admit it, guys.
You know what? No, I want good X-Men. I'm not gonna settle for anything less. Do not give me some subpar bullshit because I will revolt. I will riot in the streets. A one-man riot. I will do 0 damage. I will be in bed by 9, but I'll be very upset.
If we get X-Men, I just want to see classic spandex. I don't want to see
yeah.
black suits.
No, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, my standards right now of X-Men is whenever Marvel Studios tweets a picture of one person, any X-Men, wearing their proper costume, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to be like,
They want to blow up the internet for one day. They show
Yeah.
Wolverine's costume.
yeah. And he's just like,
It doesn't matter who it is.
know
They
what?
can
Yeah.
they can put Danny
No
DeVito
face.
in it.
Just a
and
mannequin.
just, yeah. And people will just that'll be it.
I
The
want to
internet-
see Cyclops' blue and white with the X on his head.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one.
That won't come along for a while. I like the X face.
I need the
But
yellow.
that's okay. So, like, part of the reason
My
that
favorite's
the
the
X face
X-face.
costume was so, like, such a big deal is, like, it's when he became kind of bad.
I know.
The
That's
Magneto,
what I
Yeah.
love about it.
And
It's just so-
and he's like the face of mutants, and it's just like X across his.
and he's
fucking
huge
face.
and he's ripped and he's jacked. Oh man, I love it.
I just want to see the Jim Lee yellow utility belt thing.
Yeah.
And that's
I like
what
the
want.
X-
and the
face.
XCOM
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Beep. Professor. Even though Professor could just read their minds.
Oh yeah, that is true.
But like it's for posterity.
Yeah.
So they can later on oh yeah, you said that one time.
Yeah.
we record
know.
all of our calls. They're also working for AT&T when they're out scouting. All right.
It's a good lineup. It's a really solid lineup for Phase 4, which after everything with the Infinity Wars, you're like, what can you do? So they really gave us a lot to chew on right here.
It's true.
So, and like I said, we've already talked about, we've gone way too in detail about some of this stuff. But because that was my first thought is after watching Endgame, I was like, where do you go?
And then they're like,
Here,
I'll show you where
here,
the fuck
we're,
you're going.
here's the fucking map.
And the best part about it is whenever they said Far From Home was coming out, we had all these ideas and all these theories. They were all wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and it was still a great movie. You know, it was
Yeah.
the best part about it. You know what? We were able to talk about it. We were able to do all this stuff. Had this good time talking about it. And even though we were completely wrong, it was like, man, that is awesome the way they did it. Like, I have full confidence they're going to do a good job with every one of these.
Yep.
They're going to be great.
Me too.
You know?
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Toby, it's been nice having you, buddy.
Thank you. I
Good
appreciate
seeing
out-
you, man. I haven't seen you in a while.
Check out Secret Levels and Secret Transmission.
it. Yep.
And if you like our video, press the like button, ring the bell, subscribe, leave us a comment. What are you excited about with the MCU? See you later, nerds.